Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Chapin, and welcome to the October company update. There's a lot of news to share. It's all exciting and positive. So let's get started with what is coming up. First off, more work. We picked up more work and a lot more work, actually, about $6 million worth of work. Most of it in Nebraska, where we were the shortest on work. None of it in Oklahoma, where we're the busiest. So that's perfect. But we also picked up some work in Minnesota and believe that we're the local contractor on over $1 million of the work there in the Canada County area. So that is great. So again, it's $6 million worth of work, which that doesn't mean very much to most people because you work by the hour and it is 30,000 hours. And that means a whole lot more because that is what we all try to deal in. People making a difference for people. We talk about the hours, not the dollars, because people work hours. So also, I would like to get into thanking people for traveling. We've had a lot of people moving about to different regions. For the most part, it's been people traveling to Oklahoma to work. And so if you're one of those people, I appreciate it. So your coworkers appreciate it. Your coworkers in Oklahoma appreciate you helping to share the burden. And your people back home in Minnesota or Nebraska appreciate that you're helping out to keep things going for us as a company and perpetuating, kind of balancing things out. I know some people like it more than others. I recently ran into some people in Oklahoma that were traveling here from Nebraska, and they were excited about it. And other people from Nebraska that were traveling, they were like, "Hey, I'm ready to go home." And some have gotten the opportunity to do that. So again, thank you. If you're traveling, I know that we have a new travel policy, and that gets people extra money, but it's nice to know that it's not just about money and a financial transaction. We appreciate the extra effort that you've made for that. So if you're one of the people who isn't traveling, thank somebody who is, that's helping make your job a better job and helping you deal with some of your creature comforts. So another one, vote. In October, I'm not a huge fan of early voting. I know that it happens in some places. You can start doing it. Make sure that you're registered to vote in wherever you're supposed to do, and then go vote. So whether you're going to do it on election day, or if you're like me, if you're out of town on election day and you need to vote absentee, whatever it takes, make sure you vote. It's an important right that people have fought for, and that it's really not something to take for granted. So participate in our democracy and cast your vote. If you're not sure who to vote for yet, find out more. Get to know who it is on the research. I know you're probably sick and tired of the advertisements, so you don't necessarily have to look for those, but do some research and find out where you should take that. Also, we're looking for an estimator here at Wilmer Electric. 3 months ago, we had a company meeting, and I talked about where we wanted to be in 3 to 5 years and laid out a plan. Included on that was the position of estimator, and here we are looking for an estimator. So we need at least one estimator right now, but we're considering adding 2 estimators. So contact Justin at wilmer-electric.com if you're interested at all. And if you're not sure what it all entails, say you're interested, and we can go from that. We can understand if you say you're interested, you find out more about it, you want to pull your name, that's fine too. Again, we are looking for volunteers and people who are interested, and no harm done if it turns out you're not interested. Lastly, the team builder email came out last week. Very informative, full of a lot of good information. Talked about it being Careers in Construction Month in October. Great chance to celebrate the people who work in construction, which includes everybody at Wilmer Electric. We love to point out, when anyone complains about all the construction going on, I always tell, well, it wasn't for that construction, we'd all starve to death, because we've been relying on it for our incomes. I've been relying on it for my food my entire life. So for 55 years, if it wasn't for construction, I would have been eating or a roof over my head. So I very much appreciate the construction, even when it gets in my way and means going around something or working around something. So on the horizon, also to celebrate that here at Wilmer Electric, is something we call the hands-on experience. We have lots of high school kids that are going to come in to our shop and office, mostly in Wilmer, to get the experience as we try to sell our industry and the merits and the fruits of being in construction to high school and middle school kids across the upper Midwest. Places are like Dawson Boyd, KMS, the Alternative Learning Center, Benson, and Sarah continues to try to line up more of those. If your child is in high school and you want to get them involved, send to S. Chapin, Chapin, at Wilmer-Electric information about a high school. She would love to set up something between your children's high school, your alma mater, the high school in the town that you live in, whatever connection you might have to that high school. We would love to set up something to promote the construction industry back to the students of the current high schools. So it's a hands-on experience. It's a wonderful program that Wilmer Electric does. It's free, and we do it because we like to promote construction, which October is Careers in Construction. So I thank you for that. I urge you to be safe. And if you have any questions, contact me and we'll try to get them answered. So without further ado, here's your project manager with more information. Trista has even more information.
Hey guys, welcome to the October company update. Just got a brief list of things here to run through, just kind of give you guys an update on where we're at and some things and fill you guys in. So first, let's start with safety. We've gone 123 days without an injury. So as always, just want to reiterate, let's keep up on our PPE, glasses, gloves, high vis at all times. Need to make sure we're good to go on that. Just furthering that, if there's any safety concerns you guys see on the job site, or if you're working on a specific task and you feel like we need to make a change, or you see something doesn't seem right, please let your foreman, superintendent, project manager know so that we can make sure we have the right safety equipment, or if we need to change what we're doing. We just want to make sure that at all times we're doing the safest thing possible. We don't ever want to compromise getting a task done if we're compromising safety. So please keep your eyes open for anything that doesn't seem right. We just want to make sure we're always working in a safe manner. One thing that came up this month that I want to highlight in this is weekly safety meetings. We need to make sure that these are being done. If for some reason you're gone the Monday morning and you miss it, we need to make it up. And to further that point too, if for some, if you guys are going to be on vacation for the week, we need to make sure that when you come back that next week, that weekly safety meeting is made up. We need to make sure that these are getting done and documented so that our checks and balances are done there. Just going through some project updates, kind of keep you guys filled in on where we're at. Paul touched on this a little bit last month, but a lot of large projects have been wrapped up and completed this month. Just to name a few, Henderson Healthcare, UNL College of Engineering, Faith Lutheran Church, UNL North Stadium have all been completed. We are no longer on site. So there's a lot of large, lengthy projects that have been wrapping up here. So thanks for all the numerous hours and years that you've been put in on these projects. We really appreciate it. And it's good to see these all kind of wrapping up. Just touching base on a few other projects we're currently working on. The State Penn Fire Alarm Project is going to be wrapping up this month. NDCS RTC Phase 3, we've had a lot of delays with that project in regards to getting going out there, but we are hopeful that this month we can get going on some underground and hopefully get some guys out there full time to start working on that project. Kind of the big two main projects we have, obviously, in this region that most of you will be aware of is Residenson and Westbrook. Those continue to be the bulk of our workforce. Just to highlight one note on there, Westbrook, we did get permanent power turned on just here a few weeks back. So appreciate to everyone for all the hard work there. Big milestone on that project. Just some highlight some service work that Lee's working on. We are doing a lot of sports lighting. He's looking at with Lincoln Christian, Norris High School, and Raymond Central, all kind of working on some sports lighting packages and update there. We actually received notice to proceed on Norris. So hopefully get some work going out there. Pershing Apartments is another big project on the horizon. Still waiting on that job to kind of get rolling. Probably looking at some power work this fall, but kind of still tracking that spring of 2025 before we really take off out there. The office remodel in our shop is complete, so all of the operations staff has moved into that new location. So appreciate the guys who did work on that. Finally get that wrapped up and everyone moved in. Also, a lot of you are aware we've had a lot of manpower in Oklahoma, so we still have a lot of guys out there. We're really appreciative of everyone who's been willing to kind of jump in and go down there and help out on some of those bigger projects. As far as new work coming, Paul touched on this last month, the LES MCC replacement we have, that should be starting here soon. 2 new jobs that we got here in the last 2 weeks, some pretty big projects for us. The Doane Performing Arts in Crete there. It's just over $3 million in work. It's going to be a very similar project to Westbrook as far as theater rehearsal. So that project don't really have a definite schedule yet. We're still working through some VE right now, but that'll be a good project to get rolling on. And then on top of that, the Tecumseh fire alarm project, we received that we were low last week, or noticed that we were low last week. So that's just over 2 million in work, and some work that we should be able to start right away. So two pretty big projects that we got last week that'll really help our backlog and keeping guys busy. As far as work that we're looking at, bidding, estimating, and staying very busy, looking at as much as we can to make sure we're getting numbers in on things, just to kind of breeze through some of those projects we're currently looking at, either have bid or going to be bidding. We're looking at a renovation at Eastmont Towers here in town. There's a budget on the cultural center. Looking at some site lighting work for SCC, a parking lot project, Kappa Kappa Gamma addition and renovation down on campus. There's a UNL greenhouse over at Innovation Campus, looking at that, and then a small Constellation Studio addition that we bid last week. So a lot of work we're looking at. Some of these we've put numbers on, still waiting on. Some of them we're working on currently. So estimating, staying very busy to try and keep getting projects here in the Central region. And finally, the last thing, just a key date keep in mind is October 30th. That'll be our regional quarterly meeting. That'll be here in the shop. So outside of that, that's all I have. Thanks, guys.
Hi, this is our employee update for the month of October. We will be going over new hires for September, as well as anniversaries here happening in October. And so I will let you know that in the month of September of this past year, we did not have any new hires. So there will be no new hires. And then so here are the anniversaries for October. On October 9th, we have Charles Farhat, and he is an apprentice in Minnesota, and he will be here 1 year. On October 22nd, Wes Griffey will be here 6 years, and Wes runs the prefab shop in Oklahoma. And then on October 25th, Ethan Edgar, who is an apprentice in Nebraska, will be here 3 years. And on October 26th, Cody Malave, who is a maintenance tech in Oklahoma, will be here 4 years. So thank you to those individuals who have worked for Wilmer Electric and for this past year of your dedication to us. We look forward to the upcoming benefit season. So just know that in the next month to month and a half, you'll be receiving information in regards to upcoming benefits and meetings that will be happening. So please pay attention to that and take advantage of those things as they come. As always, if you have questions, never hesitate to contact me, and I would be more than happy to help you. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you.